In boxing, they always have said, as so go the heavyweights, go the rest of the sport of boxing. And so on July 1st, on ESPN, we are going to see the return of one of America's young heavyweight hopefuls, Jared Big Baby Anderson, is going to return to the ring from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, hometown for Big Baby. And his opponent, a late replacement for the card that he was going to fight on anyway, will be Prince Charles Martin, former IBF champion, and a man who may be just the right type of opponent as a step up for Jared in this event. We have to really respect both men for taking the fight, because they don't really have to fight each other at this particular time. And Charles Martin, veteran that he be, is looking to get something done in the heavyweight division. He's now 37 years of age. But the young hopeful in Anderson, he's only 23. Now, we have heard about his sparring matches and the men he has faced in the gym, but this time it's for real. So he's going to be bringing his record of 14-0 with 14 KOs to the ring with him, and he is definitely a fighter that is capable. Anderson is currently 6'4" with a 78.5-inch reach. He has a spirit of fight in him. He likes to engage. He's an orthodox fighter, typically coming in around the 240s in weight. He kind of reminds me of Riddick Bowe when Riddick Bowe was young and good. But will he be able to deal with the southpaw that is Martin? Don't know about his experience with southpaws, but Martin currently is 29-3 with 1 draw and 26 KOs. Now, the 3 losses that Martin has suffered, you have to go back and think about it. Anthony Joshua, where he lost that IBF title, a unanimous decision loss to Adam Kalnacki, and then a January of 2022 TKO stoppage by Luis King Kong Ortiz, a fight where he was really giving Ortiz the business. He had Ortiz down a couple of times, and then out of nowhere, Ortiz landed one of those big left hands, and the fight suddenly changed. Ortiz was a southpaw as well, so we don't know whether Martin got confused with the style or Ortiz just got in on him. But the fact that he was able to drop King Kong a couple of times gives us reason for pause, because there's something that Anderson's going to have to pay attention to, and that is the veteran Charles's tricks, the things he may have learned over his career and be able to surprise Anderson with. Now, according to an article that was published today, June 21st, Boxing News 24, is stating that this will be a part of a 12-round headliner on ESPN. And Anderson and Martin will head up a card that will have a supporting bout where heavyweight contender Arslanbek Makhmudov, who's 16-0 with 15 KOs, will fight an unbeaten fighter in Rafael Akpajuri, who's 15-0 with 14 KOs, in a 10-round fight that might be the fight of the night on that card, unless Big Baby decides to put on the real show. And hopefully, the young Anderson will not rush himself against Martin. Martin still can pop with that southpaw position. He has a big left hand. And he has improved markedly since the 2 losses to Joshua and Kaunaki. This is looked at as a good test for the unbeaten Anderson. And he has, according to Boxing News 24, shown a porous defense. And it could be a knockout waiting to happen if he doesn't fix the hole in his game. That's according to that article. Martin also has expressed a desire to get back to the top of the heavyweight division. But there are not enough fighters out there who are willing to take him on because he is such a dangerous opponent. I feel that he is going to suffer the same fate as King Kong Ortiz. Being 37 now, people are going to look to age him out before they decide to get in the ring with him. This is one of the reasons why he should take as many fights as he can just to stay active and busy, to keep his timing. He's had some spells where he's been inactive, and that does nothing but harm a fighter. So he has to wonder whether or not he can make the decision if he really wants to contend and compete, or if he just wants to secure paydays. This is the thing about it. The article goes on to say, the 37-year-old Charles Martin has taken this fight on 10 days' notice. And while he is kind of up in age and a little past it, Top Rank isn't about to throw some dangerous person in there with Jared Anderson because he needs to get more experience before being thrown to the wolves. So this is letting us know that maybe Martin might have been active in the gym, but he's not necessarily in fighting shape. Now, back in 2016, when he went to England and he got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, it was a real bad look for him. He was a first-round knockout, and Martin went away for a while after that. But this is a chance for him. And this is a chance for Big Baby to look even better. If you look at their resumes, the fighters that they have fought in their last fights, of course, Martin with names like Ortiz, Gerald Washington, and Kaunaki mentioned in his last 6 fights, those fights are bigger names than the men that Anderson has been facing. But that doesn't mean that Anderson wouldn't be ready for Martin. I would like to know how great a shape he is going into this on 10 days notice, and kudos to him for going in against such a strong young fighter. All in all, I expect it to be a showcase for Big Baby. And they do have hopes of moving him into a stronger position in the division, according to what Bob Arum has said about him recently. So with all of that being said, we look forward to see what Anderson does on the night of July 1st, and will he be able to upstage that outstanding co-main that is featured on the night. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think Big Baby's chances are about becoming a major player in heavyweight contention. Should it be another knockout? Or will Martin have some type of career redemption? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.